Hey, how's it going, everyone? So we want to talk about Brexit, and I have right here my gay life partner, and I have right here with me my good friend Daryl with Cumberbatch. You know, it's a longtime friend. We fuck shit up together, so we just wanted to give our absolute clueless analysis on the whole Brexit thing because obviously our phones exploded with news about all this stuff about hey, it could be like an Independence Day. This is so fucking cool, yay!
Or Civil War.
Basically, I mean, it kind of.
I have no idea.
It kind of. Well, that's the thing, though. It kind of turned into a civil war technically because there was so many people that were on. Like, it was almost completely divided, and even people that I respect, like seeing Thunderfoot and Sargon and Vakad, like having a debate where Thunderfoot's kind of like, we gotta stay, gotta vote remain or whatever. Sargon totally vote leave, which that's how I see it as, and just because. I mean, sovereignty sounds awesome. Even if things get kind of fucked up, I was thinking, why the hell not? Like, why not give them the chance to fuck things up, even if they do? Or isn't that the point of a democracy? Like, you're not to have, like, these securities in place where it's like, oh, the world's gonna end, the sky's gonna explode, Muslims are gonna be butt-fucking everybody or something if we don't do this or something, like some weird shit. I don't even understand what the hell is going on.
I have no idea. I thought it was like a breakfast cracker bought out another company in the European Union or something. I have no idea.
Yeah, Brexit.
Yeah,
that's what
dude.
it did sound like. Kind of tasty. I got hungry when I first heard it.
I could go for a Brexit right now, dude.
And the funny thing is, I know I haven't talked about Brexit at all this entire time, and it's because I literally didn't watch nothing until last night when I was like, okay, the voting's going on, let me try to catch up a little bit. I'm still a little bit clueless. I have just a general understanding of what's happening, but one thing that I guess that was bothering me is seeing like a lot of people on the left and people in just that are all in the EU that have a bunch of stuff to lose was saying that it's all about xenophobia. It's all about anyone that wants to leave, who wants to vote leave is a racist. They're fucking xenophobic because it's about not wanting a bunch of muzzies in their fucking country. And I was just like, well, even if it is about like trying to contain the borders, I mean, why is that a big fucking deal? Like, why is having British people in Britland, like, why is that such a bad thing?
Yeah, especially when you like count all the rapes and molestations and whatnot that's going around in Europe right now. Like, it just takes it from a rational position that you need some type of security for your citizens. Like, yeah, that's how I see it.
And one thing I do remember seeing is Michael fucking Moore, that piece of shit. He was like, oh, Trump-tania or Trump-mania or something wins, like basically saying that like, oh, this is because of Donald Trump and he's causing all the racism and bigotry and all this shit. And all I was thinking about is just with Michael Moore, I'm like, that motherfucker's rich, right? Like, how many migrants, how many immigrants, how many people has he taken into his own home? Like, I'm sure none. I'm sure he's just like down for the state, down for the government to take care of people, and then it's like it doesn't affect him. But I'm just saying that, like, how hypocritical is it that, like, I know this motherfucker wouldn't want perfect strangers coming into his backyard and just fucking his shit up, touching and molesting his daughters, or molesting. Oh, nobody would molest him, but I'm just saying.
You never know, man.
Well, yeah, actually, I got a confession.
Dude, I saw those file folders on your computer, dude. Michael Moore nudes. Yeah, so my take is like, I really don't know much about it. I know there's some platforms that have like a xenophobic stance about it, but I heard the main point was from an economic standpoint, and that, like, I'm at a loss. So if there's anybody out there that wants to shoot us some links or something or some reading material, I would be appreciated.
Basically, I did hear a couple of things about that. One of the biggest things I was hearing about is actually the fish market, though, where it's like a lot of fishing rights were lost for the UK when they got into the EU. It was divided up amongst a lot of people, and there's just a lot of hardworking, small mom and pop type of shops and stuff that were just
a bunch of under heavy regulations. And
yes.
Stuff. I mean, I mentioned to you earlier, I was watching that John Oliver thing, and like one of the things was about like pillowcase regulations or something, or for pillows, I don't know. So, and then the
say hello, Denise. We're of course, say hi. You're gonna be on YouTube.
I don't want to.
So yeah, in short, obviously this was very uninformative, and we don't really know much about this, and I guess what I really want to do with this is, you know, we're gonna go out somewhere. We're gonna go to a comic shop and
We're gonna nerd it up, yeah.
yeah, you know. So, but before that, we talked about it for a second. I was like, fuck it, let's just press record, and this is it. You get shit. And so what I was wondering though, I guess what I want to do is, I know a lot of subs that I have or just live in the UK, so it's like, what the hell do you think? Where do you stand on this? Or I guess even people in general, where are you at? Because I've seen people. There's a good friend of mine that I talked to, and she's a YouTuber, where she was actually seemed kind of distraught about the way it voted. I was kind of surprised, but then it just made me even think that, well, there's a lot of people that are that you know, they have these something at stake about it, or they have a certain feel about it. No, I don't know. The only person that I've seen that was all like butthurt about the whole xenophobia thing is just I follow Immortal Technique on Twitter, and then I was just like, man, I fucking love you, but I don't know, he was being very, like, he was being a bitch about the thing, you know? Like, this guy seems all hard about it, but then, you know, I know he's like built like what do you call those things? Orphanages in Afghanistan, I know he says. And so I understand he has a connection with those people, like people in the Middle East and like Arabs in general, I guess. But I was like, that's not those people. Those people, you know, you probably met some really good people, and you didn't meet the ones that want to like fuck your fucking your granddaughter and shit because she's fucking 9 years old, you know, or they want to cut your hands off because you're not a fucking Muslim yourself or some shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Don't get fucking technical on me. I know some of you are like, well, they don't cut your hands off for not being a Muslim, you know, like not. You know what I'm trying to say? So. Let me know what you think. Short video. Sorry for the absolute shit, but you get what you know. It said in the title. So you guys have a good day, and you want to say goodbye? You want to sign us off?
From Daryl with Cumberbatch, adieu.